Hey guys, my name is Tracy Achieng, pen name Achirise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I speak about personal development and financial intelligence. I have been away for a while, a very long while, but I am back. And one thing I must say, I'm going to apologize for the background noise that you'll be hearing. My office is located in quite some noisy place, but like I said, we're working on that. We're working on everything, every part of our life. So I came up with a different way where we'll be going through books, financial intelligence books, such as the Rich Dad Poor Dad, Psychology of Money, Think and Grow Rich, among many other books. So let's just start. We're going to start with the Rich Dad Poor Dad book by Robert Kiyosaki, and then we'll go to many other books according to your suggestions. Okay, so we go to the introduction of the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, part one, where it starts with there is a need. What's the need about? What's the need about? Then it goes with a question that goes like, does school prepare kids, or does school prepare children for the real world? Okay. Study hard, get good grades, go find a good job that is high paying with great benefits. That's how school has taught us, all of us children. My parents used to say the goal in life was to provide a college education for my older sister and me, so that we will have the greatest chance for success in life. That was in those days, obviously. By the way, let us all drop our comments in the comment section below if you think school really prepares children for the real world today. When I finally earned my diploma in 1976, graduating in honors and near the top of my class in accounting from Florida State University, my parents had realized their goal. It was the crowning achievement of their lives in accordance with the master plan. I was hired by a big 8 accounting firm, and I looked forward to a long career and retirement at an early age. I suppose this is Robert Kiyosaki's mom. Just suppose. My husband, Michael, followed a similar path. We both came from hardworking families of modest means but with strong work ethics. Michael also graduated with honors, but he did it twice, first as an engineer, then from law school. He was quickly recruited by a prestigious Washington, D.C. law firm that specialized in patent law, and his future seemed bright. Career path well defined, early retirement guaranteed. Although we have been successful in our careers, they have turned out quite as we expected. We both had changed positions several times for all the right reasons, but there were no pension plans vesting on our behalf. Our retirement funds are growing only through our individual contributions. Okay. Michael and I have wonderful married with 3 great children. As I write this, 2 are in college and 1 is just beginning high school. We have spent a fortune making sure our children have received the best education available. One day, in 1996, one of my children came home disillusioned with school. He was bored and tired of studying. Why should I put time into studying subjects that we'll never use in real life? He protested. Without thinking, I responded, because if you don't get good grades, you won't get into college. Regardless of whether I go to college, I replied, I am going to be rich. If you don't graduate from college, you won't get a job. I responded with a tinge of panic and motherly concern. And if you don't get a good job, how do you plan to get rich? My son smirked and slowly shook his head with mild boredom. I can see it in my head, the son smirking. I guess this is Robert Kiyosaki or someone. We have this talk many times before. He lowered his head and rolled his eyes. My words of motherly wisdom are falling on deaf ears once again. Though smart and strong-willed, he has always been a polite, respectful young man. Mom, he began. It was my turn to be lectured. Because the mother's turn to now be lectured. Okay, get with the times. Get with the times, mom. Get with the times. Look around. The richest people didn't get rich because of their education. Look at Michael Jordan and Madonna, even Bill Gates, who dropped out of Harvard, founded Microsoft. He's now the richest man in the world, in America, and he's still in his 30s. There's a basketball pitcher who makes more than $4 million in a year, even though he has been labeled mentally challenged. There was a long silence between us. It was dawning on me that I was giving my son the same advice my parents had given me. The world around us has changed, but the advice hasn't. The world has changed, the advice hasn't. And it's not time to change the advice because the world has changed already. So getting a good education and making good grades no longer ensures success. Unfortunately not. Education, good grades, with time, they don't ensure success. And nobody seems to have noticed except our children. Mom, he continued, I don't work as hard as you and Dad do. You make a lot of money. We live in a huge house with lots of toys. If I follow your advice, I will wind up like you, working harder and harder, only paying more taxes, wind up to debt. There's no job security anymore. Unfortunately, that's it. I know all about downsizing and right sizing. I also know that college graduates today earn less than you did when you graduated. Look at doctors. They don't make nearly as much as money as they used to. I know I can't rely on social security or company pensions for retirement. I need new answers. He was right. He needed new answers, and so did I. My parents' advice may have worked for people before in the 1945 back then, but it may be disastrous for those of us born with rapidly changing world. No longer can I simply say to my children, go to school, get good grades, and look for a safe, secure job. No, that doesn't apply these days. You can't safely say that, baby, please go to school, get good grades, get secure job. It doesn't apply. I know many people who got good grades and are tamarking right now. Several years, they've not found any job. And even if they find a job, taxes have, it's like people are being hired to just pay taxes. Quote. I knew I had to look for new ways to guide my children's education. As a mother as well as an accountant, I have been concerned by the lack of financial education our children receive in school. Today, there is no financial education as it has never been there. School doesn't teach people financial education. Many of today's youth have credit cards because before they leave school, yet they have never had a course in money or how to invest it, let alone understand how compound interest works in credit cards. Simply put, without financial knowledge or financial literacy, of how money works, they are not prepared to face the world that awards them. A world in which spending is emphasized over saving. When my oldest son became hopelessly in debt with his credit cards as a freshman in college, I not only helped him destroy the credit cards, but I also went into search for a program that will help me educate my children on financial matters. One day last year, my husband called me from his office. I have something I think you should meet. He said, okay, I have someone I think you should meet. I'm sorry. He said, his name is Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, okay. He's a businessman, an investor, and he is here applying for a patent on the educational product. I think it's what you have been looking for. Just what I was looking for. My husband Mike was so impressed with the cash flow and the new educational product that Robert Kiyosaki was developing. Sorry guys, I've been mistaking this for Robert Kiyosaki. I'm so sorry. I read the book last year and I forgot about the introduction part. I actually never read the introduction part, so I'm sorry. This is not Robert Kiyosaki. No, Robert Kiyosaki. This is another parent, I guess. Then there is Robert Kiyosaki now coming in. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Pardon-moi. Pardon-moi. My husband Mike was so impressed with the cash flow, the new educational product that Robert Kiyosaki was developing, that he arranged for both of us to participate in a test of prototype. Because it was an educational game, I also asked my 19-year-old daughter, who was a freshman at the local university, if she would like to take part, and she agreed. About 15 people broke into 3 groups, participated in the test. Mike was right. It was an educational product that I had been looking for, but it had a twist. It looked like a colorful Monopoly board with a giant well-dressed rat in the middle. The rat race. Unlike Monopoly, however, there were 2 tracks, one inside and one outside. The object of the game was to get out of the inside track, what Robert called the rat race, and reach the outer track, or the fast race. As Robert put it, the fast track simulates how we people play in real life. Robert then defined the rat race for us. If you look at the life of the average educated, hardworking person, there is a similar path. The child is born, goes to school, parents are proud and excited because the child excels, then get good grades and is accepted into college. The child graduates, maybe goes into cadet school, and then does exactly the program, looks for a safe, secure job or career. The child finds that job, maybe as a doctor or lawyer, or joins the army and works for the government. Generally, the child begins to make money. Credit cards start arriving in mass and shopping begins. If it really hasn't having money to burn, the child goes to places where other young people just let them hang out. They meet, they date, sometimes they get married. Life is wonderful in love because today both men and women are working. 2 incomes are a bliss. They feel successful. Okay, the future is bright. Then they decide to buy a house, a car, a television, take vacations, and then have kids. The happy bundle arrives. The demand for cash is enormous. Happy couple decides that their careers are virtually important, begin to work harder, seeking promotions and raises. The raises come, and so does another child and the need for a bigger house. They work harder, become better employees, even more dedicated. They go back to school, get more specialized skills so that they can earn more money, maybe take a second job. Their income goes up, so does the tax bracket they're in, and the real estate taxes on the new large home, and the social security taxes, and all other taxes. They get the large paycheck and wonder where all the money went. Oh my god, sorry. And all the other tax, they get their large paycheck and wonder where all the money went. They buy some mutual funds and buy groceries with a credit card. Children reach 5 or 6 of years and they need to save for college increase as well as they need to save for their retirement. That happy couple, born 35 years ago, is now trapped in the rat race for the rest of the working days. Whew. They work for the owners of the company, for the government paying taxes, and the bank paying off mortgage and credit cards. Then they advise their own children: study hard, good grades, find a safe job and career. Find a safe career. They learn nothing about money except from those who profit from their knavery and work hard all their lives. The process repeats into another hard-working generation. That is the rat race. Rat race. The rat race. Let me write that down. The rat race. Okay. The only way to get out of the rat race is to prove your proficiency at both accounting and investing. Arguably, two of the most difficult subjects to master. Must say. As a trained CPA who once worked for a big 8 accounting firm, I was surprised that Robert May had made the learning of these two subjects both fun and exciting. The process was so well disguised that while we were diligently working out of the rat race, we quickly forgot about what we were learning. Soon, a product test turned into a fun afternoon with my daughter talking about things we had never discussed before. As an accountant, playing a game that required an income statement and balance sheet was easy. So I had the time to help my daughter and other players at my table. The concept they did not understand. First person and the only person entire test group to get out of the rat race that day, the accountant. I was out within 15 minutes, although the game nearly went for 3 hours. On my table was a banker, business owner, a computer programmer. What greatly disturbed me was how little these people knew about either accounting or investing. There is accounting and investing. Okay, accounting and investing, subjects so important in their lives. Okay, I wondered how they manage their own financial affairs in real life. I could understand why my 19-year-old daughter would not understand, but these were grown-up adults, at least twice her age. After I was out of the rat race for nearly 2 hours, I watched my daughter and the other educated, affluent adults roll the dice, move out of the market. Although I was glad that they were all learning so much, I was disturbed by how much the adults did not know about the basic of simple accounting and investing. They had difficulty grasping the relationship between their income statement and the balance sheet. As they bought and sold assets, they had trouble remembering that each transaction could impact their monthly cash flow. I thought, how many millions of people are out there in the real world struggling financially only because they have never been taught these subjects? Thank goodness they are having fun and distracted by the desire to win the game. I said to myself, after Robert ended the contest, he allowed us 15 minutes to discuss and critique the cash flow among ourselves. The business owner at my table was not happy. Okay, the business owner was not happy. He did not like the game. I don't need to know this, he said out loud. I hire accountants, bankers, and attorneys to tell me about this stuff. To which Robert Kiyosaki replied, have you ever noticed that there are a lot of accountants who aren't rich? The bankers and attorneys and stockbrokers and the real estate brokers, they know a lot and for the most part are smart people, but most of them are not rich. Since our schools do not teach people what the rich know. Schools do not teach people what the rich know. Okay, but one day you're driving down the highway, stuck in a traffic, struggling to get to work, and you look over your right and you see a counter stuck in the same traffic jam. You look to your left and you see your banker. That should tell you something. The computer programmer was unimpressed by the game. You can buy software to teach me this. Okay. The banker, however, was moved. I studied this in school, accounting part, that is, but I never knew how to apply it in real life. Now I know. I need to get myself out of the rat race. We all need to get ourselves out of the rat race. Going to school, studying hard, getting good grades, getting to college, finding a safe, secure job, getting married, paying bills, and the rat race. Then she added, now I can choose a profession for the work I want to perform, not because of job security, benefits, or how much I get. If I learn what this game teaches, I'm free to do and study what my heart wants to study. That's it. Rather than study something because business are looking for certain job skills. If I learn this, I won't have to worry about the job security and social security the way most of my classmates already do. So there are a few things we've learned today from the small book reading. There is the rat race, then there are two major things we need to learn. We need to have knowledge in, that is accounting and investing. These are things that most of us have put aside. They will hire bankers, they will hire accountants, they will hire whatever and so much talking, so much. We need to learn about accounting and investing. We also need to see how we get out of the rat race, where we teach everyone that you need to go to school, you need to get good grades, you need to join college, graduate, find yourself a secure job, and that's it. Unfortunately, that will always keep us in debt. There is no growth in that at all. So next time we are going to pick up from page 5 of the book. We're still in the introduction, but there are a lot of things we've learned. In the comment section below, please let's interact on the question we had in the beginning that was asking, does school prepare children for the real world? Is it true that school prepares children for the real world? I have nothing against school. The book has nothing against school. There are knowledge that we need to find in school. There's a nurturing, we get to meet more people out there and everything, but what school teaches, is it enough? Is financial literacy incorporated in the curriculum? Maybe, especially in Africa, in Kenya. I don't think so. So let's meet next time with that. Thank you for following. Kindly like the video, comment, share if you want to, and subscribe. Thank you. It's this girl, Lucy Aching, the CEO of Achirise Foundation, Achirise Fashions, Achirise E-Learning. So she and the big boys fashions and Achirise Real Estate. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice week. Till next time.